So here's a question. And I get asked this all the time. Brandon, you probably get it as well. How can blogging position a home inspector as an industry expert and a thought leader? Okay, so remember, most home inspectors, a rare exception, Brandon, you were one of them. You owned two home inspection companies, and one in each state, in different states.
Yeah.
But normally, what you really think of is home inspectors are local businesses needing local business, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, certainly that's the way you are today after selling your other business. The fact of the matter is you're focused on your Idaho Falls location, and that's really it. You want to get business from there. You don't really care about business gotten in Seattle anymore. You care about this location. So you don't have to position yourself as an industry leader across the internet, do you?
No.
I mean, you don't have to be somebody who's an influencer across it. You just have to be an influencer in your own neighborhood, your own
Right. No.
community.
Hmm.
Okay. So, how many of the people, Brandon, other home inspectors, write blog posts in your community?
How many other inspectors?
Yeah.
I would probably say usually what you see is, they start a business, they get their website going, they write three or four, and then they drop off, right?
Right. Inconsistency in a
Yeah.
strategy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big thing. So really you're competing against no one, right?
Right.
So most home inspectors in smaller markets will find they're competing against nobody for this. Okay,
Hmm.
and even in larger markets, you might get one or two people doing it, but I'd rather compete against two or three than 100. Okay, so let's talk about this as an industry expert. So when you talk about things that consumers are interested in and you help them solve a problem, or you provide them information, what does that make you look like? Kind of makes you look like an industry expert, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so. So really what happens is when you answer questions or you provide information to your potential prospects, then what happens is you do position yourself as an industry expert. So let's back up a minute because this is something that was really important. And when I first started doing this, I didn't really get this. Okay, so it didn't take me long to get it, but I didn't get it at first. And that is, who is my target audience for my blog post? So who am I really writing to? Okay, so what happens is the best way to write a great blog post is put somebody up there, a fictitious person on your computer when you're writing, and everything you're doing is having a conversation with that person, right? Because if we get in here and write a bunch of mumbo jumbo, legalese, technical crap, who's going to like that? So
Yeah.
really, a blog post is just like talking to somebody else. Okay, you're sharing information with that person. So
Hmm.
when you think about writing a blog post, Brandon, who do you think, what target audiences do you really have? I think there's three major target audiences that we should be writing blog posts to. So one is kind of on the cusp, are they going to be hanging around or not? That's real estate agents, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a target audience. So if we
Sure.
were going to write a blog post and become an industry expert to a real estate agents, we might write one way, right?
Uh-huh.
But how about another target audience? How about your prospective buyers?
Yeah. I mean, for us, that would be the bigger one for us, I would say, because that's really who's searching us online, right?
But I agree 200%. So when we're writing a blog post to potential pros or to prospects, to potential clients, I think the blog post will be completely different than what we'd write for the real estate agents, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so really what happens is we have those are two target audiences. Then
Hmm.
there's a third target audience I think that's very, very important and oftentimes gets ignored by home inspectors and listen, other small business owners as well. And that third audience is your prior clients.
Yeah.
Okay. How important are these people to your business? Can we say essential?
Yeah.
Let's scream it from the rooftop. Essential. Okay. So prior clients are probably interested in different things than the real estate agents, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's give an example of each. So you've got real estate agents. What might they be interested in? Could they be interested in thermal cameras when they came out?
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
Latest technology available in the home inspection business to help you diagnose homes?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Or
Okay. Go ahead.
Another one that I'm thinking of is, tools that we use, tools in terms of like report writing tools. For example, our report software allows us to create, a mini summary report that the agent can then send in with their inspection response, um, versus like screenshotting or, copy paste kind of stuff, right? So something like that, maybe.
That's a great one. That's an absolutely great one. So any kind of thing that's going on regulation wise, equipment wise, tool wise, reporting wise, what makes their life easier?
Yeah,
Those kinds of things, we would be writing a blog post about those things. Well, when you write those things, does that make you an industry leader to them?
sure. Yeah.
It sure does. What about a thought leader? Okay,
Hmm.
when you think about a thought leader position, one of the things you could be talking about is the future of home inspections, or
Hmm.
how we hire, or why we hire the people we hire. I mean, I could think of a lot of things that would establish you as an industry thought leader. Okay, first off, you're doing it consistently, so people are seeing
Hmm.
your message over and over, and that makes a big difference. So for that target audience, let's think now about the people that are wanting to buy a home, your prospective clients or prospects. What might they be interested in? So I mean, you hear these questions every day on the telephone. Let's start with
Yeah.
the first one. How much does a home inspection cost?
Yeah.
I mean, if you answer that in an effective manner, remember, it's for your local market. I bet they would think that, wow, that was pretty good information. How
Yeah.
about how long does it take? How about does a home inspection, can a home inspector has a house pass or fail
Hmm.
the inspection? I mean, when you see what people are asking on the internet and you provide information to them, okay, then they look at you as the industry expert because your peers aren't providing that information to them for sure. Okay, and then how about your prior clients? What they might be interested in? We've already sold them on us. They know us, like us, and trust us. They love us. So what might be interesting to them? Um,
Yeah, I've got an idea.
I got
Um,
it. Listen,
how about just like home maintenance tips or how to's?
I think those are great ones. How about seasonal checklists?
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, when you start thinking they've already purchased from us, and then this, how about when you introduce a new service?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that would be one they would be interested in. How about a funny story and something else just to have fun? They're interested in that. They know you, like, and trust you. See, your prior clients want to do business with a person, not an old, nameless, faceless company. So the more you interact with them in a positive way and continue to establish yourself as the industry expert, they love it. So you could talk about a variety of things with your product line. So really for blogging, we have three target audiences. So and there are more, there's real estate agents and there would be attorneys involved in real estate. I mean, we could go on and name a bunch of them, but for every day, those three audiences are really much our primary real estate agents or other professionals in the industry, prior clients and the prospective clients. So blogging can really work for all of them by doing the things we just discussed. So I think it's a great thing. And again, you work once, benefit over and over. So you put that information out, it gets picked up by the internet. Guess what happens? Everybody that asks that question reads that content. You don't have to rewrite it every time. Beautiful.
Hmm.
All right. So I think that blogging is the best, most effective long-term lead generation strategy there is. Obviously, you're not going to write a post today, establish you as the industry expert, and get an inspection from that post tomorrow. I mean, that could happen, but it's a rare thing because Google has to pick it up and it has to work its way through, and in your local market and this, that, and the other. But it will happen. So I think those are great ways to establish yourself as an industry leader. Whoops.